Hello, beautiful people. I am so sorry that I did not upload for the last 2 weeks. That is a damn freaking shame. Shame on you, Abby, shame on you. So today, I am really excited to make this video. I did make a video like for last week and I didn't upload it for reasons. I don't know why. So this video is coming first. Today I'm going to be talking about learning freaking Korean because I've been learning Korean for a really long time and I've actually tried to like study it recently. I'm taking it seriously, okay? Because basically, let's start from the beginning. I lived in Korea for 3 years, okay? So this is the story of your life, story of your life. 2011, I moved to Korea, if you don't know. Hello, welcome. Please subscribe down below and join this journey. I lived in Korea for 3 years and I taught English, and while I was there, I lived life. I was loving life so much, I didn't bother to learn Korean. I literally went to one Korean class and then I didn't go back. I'm not quite sure why. My friend continued going and she met the love of her life and now they're together in Canada. Actually, anyway, long story short, I didn't practice Korean. The only people who taught me Korean were my co-teacher, my co-teachers. They were teaching me Korean. They're so sweet, bless their hearts. I loved my co-teachers and I loved my school. I had a great school. I taught in an elementary school in Mokdong and in Seoul. And my co-teachers were so super sweet. They took me on as their daughter and friend, and they helped me to learn Hangul. So I learned Hangul my first year. Actually, I knew a little bit before I left because I tried to do what's that thing called? Rosetta Stone, which I didn't find all that helpful, but I did it anyways. So I knew a little bit. So that helped me to practice characters, and once you know characters, you can read anything. So I could read, but I couldn't understand. So I read really well, I'd say really well, but right now my reading is way better than it was then, so I didn't really actually read really well. But I could read, you know, and the only hard part was that I couldn't understand anything I was reading. I was reading words and I was like, what the hell does that mean? That is not relevant to my life because I can't understand you. That was really nice. My co-teachers taught me Hangul and they taught me days of the week. And I also learned a lot of stuff just teaching my kids, teaching my students, who I call my kids, teaching my students how to learn English, because there was a lot of translation from Korean to English for them to learn it in the first place. So that way I reverse learned Korean, which was really good. It was free language classes without actually having to take any or pay for them, because I wasn't broke, but I wanted to spend all my money on going out and meeting people and having freaking fun, because that's what you do when you're in Seoul. Because
why would I spend my money on going to Korean classes to learn a great language in the country that I was currently living in,
instead of spending it on drinks and Thursday party? Why would I spend it on classes, you know? Do I actually want to speak to Korean people and make friends at these bars that I was frequently visiting? No, of course not. So lesson learned. Now I've lived out of Korea for 3 years and I've not learnt more Korean, but I've attempted to actually actively learn more Korean than I actively tried in Korea. So what I'm saying is, everything I learned in Korean was through, the nice and kindness of my co-teachers and through just speaking to people and listening, eavesdropping on people's conversations. The rest, and through trial and error, just by guessing. And the rest I've learned through apps and K-dramas and all this other stuff. If you watch my last Korean language video, which I'll link here, I had two. There was the one about why I don't speak Korean, and then there was the one about how I'm learning Korean. So if you watch my how I'm learning Korean video, you would know that I use Duolingo a lot. I didn't use it for Korean before because they didn't have Korean. So I used it for French, which is another language that I've been trying to learn since I was in year 7. Let's not even talk about French. First, let's discuss why I decided to learn Korean over French. I'm tangenting, I'm so sorry. This is gonna be whiplash, I'm sorry. But yeah, why I'm learning Korean over French for starters. Okay, French I've been learning since I was in year 7. You have to learn it in school because it's mandatory. It's also a really useful language to know. I started learning French, I did it in year 7, and then I came up to year 9 and you could choose it to do it for GCSE. I chose it to do it for GCSE. I'm not quite sure why. I honestly don't know. I still don't know. I'm just thinking, I had no idea. I decided to do it for GCSE by mistake because I didn't do very well. But I did it anyways, and it was a fun class and one of my friends was there, so I was like, yay. So I learnt French, and then I've been learning it on Duolingo on and off for a couple of years. Ow, ow. I got mosquito bites, man. The mosquito just ravaged me in my room. So it came to the point where I was learning both French and Korean, and then I thought, Abby, okay, which one is more useful? Probably French. Is it actually though? Is it actually? Yeah, probably. So French. And I was like, so why don't you learn French? So then I thought, okay, Abby, which one are you better at? French or Korean? I was like, man, I can't even form a French sentence without really thinking hard about it. But Korean, I can just kind of go into it whenever I feel like it. I can speak way more Korean than I can speak French, which is really weird because I learned French for a long time. None of it stayed. I don't think I really listened a lot in class. Please listen in your class if you really want to learn something because it helps. I realized I didn't know much French after my multiple years of trying to learn it, and I knew way more Korean. Like my Korean was okay, it was pretty good for my level. I was like intermediate Korean. So anyways, I decided to learn Korean. So here we are, Korean. Duolingo has Korean. This was the point that I was making. So I ditched French, sorry French, bye, bye. And then I picked up Korean on Duolingo. It came out on the 7th of September. I had it in my calendar for the longest time. I was tracking this thing like
a druggie who really wanted that new crack. Like, good.
I was tracking this like a hawk. So I would go on it every week knowing full well it hadn't changed. Korean popped up and I was super excited. I was stoked. I was so stoked. I was there on Twitter like, Duolingo, why has it not come up? It's freaking the 7th, 7 a.m. Why? Why is it not there? I did have one coffee this morning. That might be why I'm a bit erratic. But anyways, passion. I'm passionate about this. So yeah, Duolingo has Korean. That's basically the moral of the story, and I've been going a little too ham. Let me just show you. So, the first way I've been learning Korean lately, for the last week, I guess, more than a week actually. The way I've been learning Korean is through Duolingo recently. This is not sponsored, but Duolingo, if you'd like to sponsor me, feel free. Like, my email is down below. I'll show you a close-up of this. As you can see, there's a 100 XP challenge going on right now. Alphabet, Duolingo Korean. It starts with the alphabet, goes down. We got alphabet 1, alphabet 0, I guess, 2, alphabet 3, and the basics. I zoomed through those. I took a placement test and it still put me in alphabet 1, which was really weird because I knew my alphabet and it really annoys me that I have to go through it sometimes because I've done it so many times, and when I go on to what I'm learning next, you'll kind of figure out why. I've done it too many times. Like, actually, the one thing I don't know very well are the was. Any W's, I'm like, I have to think a second longer than like normal. Alphabets, basics, phrases, verbs, adjectives, demonstration, I don't know what that means, formal something, polite. I love how I don't know half of what these means, but I've already finished them. And then we're on food and pronouns. Right now, I think those two are probably going to be food 100% is my favorite. I've zoomed through it, but I'm literally milking it for what it's worth. I started using this exercise button so that I wouldn't finish these too fast, because I feel like I'm going through it so fast that I'm not going to retain. So I've just been doing exercise, re-exercising, trying to really stamp it in my head. Okay, what I love about the app. What I love about the app is, I should just open something up for you so you can see. Basically, it gives you sentences and words, and you have to use either the characters there to say what they are, or you have to import your own characters. So if you don't have a Korean a Korean character board, it's probably good to get one of those, which you can get easily. I have SwiftKey. My actual keyboard right now is SwiftKey, so they have like language options. You can add it. I feel like you could do that in a normal Samsung, Android, not Samsung, buy Samsung. By the way, I have a Pixel, this little baby. I love it so much. I can't even explain to you. I feel like I should do a whole video on my Pixel because I'm in awe and in love, and I'm so happy I left Samsung behind. Like, Samsung, you did not deserve me. They're on the verge of turning into Apple, let's put it that way. But at least Pixel is like, it's like an Apple product without all the freaking politics. And it's just base software. It's just the purest form of Android you could ever find. And it's beautiful. Like, I can't even, let's see my screen, guys. Look at my screen, right? Can you see this? It's like a horizon. They have live backgrounds. So I chose the horizon one because it tells you when your battery's getting low. So it doesn't tell me because I can see right there, but it shows me. So as my battery starts to lower, this is a horizon, the sun starts to set. It's so beautiful. I'm like, how can Google make something so simple, so beautiful? And then like when my battery's super low, got 2% left, it's like the reddest, beautifulest, orangest sunset in the world. So yeah, I've been using Duolingo. What I love about the app is that it's super easy to use because I've been using it for a long time. So I already know how to use it. It starts off with pictures. I wish there were more pictures. I'm all about learning through not using English, because I feel like when you use English to learn a language, you start to use it as a crutch, and you do two processes, which I really hate, and I don't know a way around it other than like immersion, like going to the country and learning, or going to classes and learning through a teacher who speaks less English. What I hate is that you go through these two processes. You go, what is that in English? So you translate it. And then you're like, this is the word. And you say that word that you found in English. And then with English, you see a word in English and then you translate it in your head. You're like, what is that English word in Korean? And then you say it in Korean. And so that's like a two-step process just to get the word out. And it takes like twice as long as if you learn it automatically through vision. I'm a very photographic, like I need to see things, you know, like through my eyes, as I gotta see things. I wanna learn by seeing things and learning the words for them. So Duolingo does that for the first few, when it's introducing new things and new words. Of course, this is not always possible because not all words, not all things can be seen, like sentence structure, syntax, grammar, all these things you can't see them. There's no visual representation unless you have people walking around and like using them as props, which would cost lots of money. But Duolingo, I feel like you guys have ads now, so you must have some money. Can you like do like conversational stuff and have videos? Oh man, videos, I'd love videos. Memrise does videos, you guys should do videos. I mean, you have to pay for the Memrise videos, which I'm never gonna do. Memrise, if you want to sponsor me too, hit me up. So Duolingo, I love that you can kind of see in the beginning what it is and learn that way. And I love that it's really easy to use, it's super simple, has reward systems. I'm all about reward-based learning. I need rewards to feel motivated to go online and do this thing. And I like the fact that you can do it on computer and on your phone. Right now, Korean's not on computer, so don't bother even trying because it's not ready yet. Korean is actually still in its beta mode. So it just finished, like it was in hatchling. Now it's in beta. They just finished doing all the translations and coming up with the alternative words, and now it's in the beta mode. So right now it's like being tested by users. So you can download it, but it's not perfect. It's actually I think it's quite good. The translations are really good. There's only a couple of times I'm like, you got more? I'm just like, that is not even a sentence in Korean, let alone English? Like, not because it's wrong, but because it's weird. Isai. It's like, oh, 진짜 이상해. I don't even know how to like figure out like how to even explain it. Until you come across it, you know what I mean. Just press that little report button and just send like an alternative translation that you think is better in English or more used. If it's potentially you could use it in English, don't spam them with it because they need to go through this stuff. But if you think, oh man, that's way weird, like, oh, 너무 이상해, like it's too weird, send some suggestions. That's the really good thing I like. I've been sending suggestions when I'm going through it because obviously I don't want anyone to go through like what I went through, where I'm like, this is right, why didn't I get my points? You know, I want my XP, I don't want my streaks to be ruined. I'm like, I'm on a 10-row streak, I'm on a 20-row streak. I get really excited by that rewards-based learning, I'm telling you. So just send a report and be like, either this should have been accepted or alternative suggestion, reason why you're sending a report. It's really easy. And a few times they've emailed me and said, oh, your suggestion is now acceptable on the app. So other people can use that suggestion, which is probably a more like common English way of saying something. So I think that's really, really, really good. Like support, yes, you're there, Duolingo, I'm loving you. I was really kind of anxious because I love Duolingo and I didn't want it to be ruined. It's been good. Things I don't like. There's not a lot. It's not because there's a lot, it's just because this one thing is like, it kind of is bugging me a little bit. Okay. It's in beta mode, so I'm wondering if later it'll come. But in French, you have, and I understand with French is a little bit different, and I get it takes so much time. French has been out for a long time on Duolingo. But I want speaking exercises. I want to be able to speak the words and it be recognized. Like, I want to do that. Like, can we have a speaking feature? Right now, it's just reading, writing, and listening. I want speaking. I want to be able to speak Korean. And I was kind of thinking at first, I was like, oh, I might not be able to do this at work because I have to speak and I don't want anyone to hear me. Then I realized there are no speaking exercises, and that really bugged me. It was very saddening. I really was looking forward to that part because I feel like speaking is my biggest flaw because I don't speak enough, so I don't get a chance to practice. So speaking, I wish there was more speaking. Duolingo, if you could add that, I would love it. I would truly love it. And I'll make another video after and I'll be just speaking all day. Like, I hope they add a speaking feature because I think that's really important. Right now, all I've been doing is just repeating the sentences before I go to the next page. So I'll just read them out loud in Korean. Like, I'll just read them myself. And I feel like that's a good way to learn, but not really. It's better if they kind of correct you a little bit, so that'd be nice. And like, get like legit Korean. I don't want no Rosetta Stone style speaking where this random woman saying words in botched Korean. Like, no, Can you just get some Korean people to just say some words and I want to repeat them? Thank you. Thank you, Duolingo. So that was way number 1. 15 minutes later, how I've been learning Korean. Do you know what? I might have to split this into 2 parts because like I think I got excited. So we're gonna do a 2-part thing. There's no way I can do this all. Okay, everyone, feel free to leave a comment down below. Thumbs up this video if you liked it or if it was helpful, or if just thumbs it up because why not? Because we love love and we want to give love. Give some positivity and light into the world. Yes, I will see you guys really soon for part 2 because this was too long. I couldn't make it 1. Go away. He's always doing this when I'm filming. Oh, it got dark again. Get out, get out.
Niggas in the room, take over.
Don't say the word. We said no to that word. We're deleting it from our vocabulary. Nope, don't say that word. You say nigga, nigga, nigga. Annyeong, bye, close the door. My battery's really low, I need to finish filming this. Okay, that was my brother. Anyways, part 2 will be up really soon, promise. I got some fun video ideas. Like, yeah, we're gonna do some fun shit. Press that notification bell right down here. Right down. There's a notification bell. Please press that. And you shall be notified when I upload videos because I'm kind of sporadic and I don't have a set schedule. So if you actually would like to know when I upload, which isn't like crazy often, I mean it's like once a week, so you'll just get 1 notification once a week. Abby uploaded a video reacting to her old videos, stuff like that. So press that notification bell so that you are notified when I upload. And it got bright again. Peace out. Bye guys. Take care. Annyeong. Annyeong. 안녕 여러분, 안녕. Hey! I'm so hyperactive. Someone help me. I swear I'm not crazy. Not really.